Hi, it's Mitch from PickDawgz.com here with your free pick in the Gonzaga versus Baylor NCAA Tournament National Championship game on Monday, April 5th, 2021. Well, here we are. A lot of people thought we weren't going to have an NCAA tournament this year. We certainly did. We had our our selection Sunday. We had our field of 68. Oh, man, what a tournament it has been. I had a rough Sweet 16, but bounced back with a really strong Elite 8, and, I was really good in the first couple rounds of the tournament. But man, what a great time. I love March. I love March Madness. People people ask me, were you excited for the start of baseball season? Not really. It's just another day at the office. But March Madness, heck yeah. I'm super stoked for it. I really enjoyed it this year. And here we are for the final. And I tell you, it's always fun when the two teams that really deserve to be there, the teams that are the two best teams in the country, are playing in the final game. And that's exactly what we have here. We have the Baylor Bears. Certainly, take nothing away from this team. They did lose a couple times this season, but really, they played a super tough schedule as well. Had the COVID stoppages and everything. Gonzaga did as well, and both these teams overcame it. And, like I said, the two best teams, 27-2 for Baylor, a team that I thought was going to the Final Four last year before the tournament was canceled. And then Gonzaga, 31-0, last time out against UCLA. Yeah, they hit a buzzer beater in overtime to get to this game, but don't forget everything else they did to get to this game, because they looked pretty convincing at times. And of course, hitting that buzzer beater, you need to be in position to be able to hit that buzzer beater. And yeah, they were a big favorite against UCLA, but you know what? They still got it done as far as wins and losses. I had Gonzaga laying the points in that one, so I kind of took it on the chin there. But regardless, I had Baylor as well, so it was basically just a wash of a day for me when it came to college hoops. Really doesn't matter. What matters is this game right here, and we know that, like I said, we have the two best teams in the country. The number one offense in the nation in Gonzaga didn't quite play the schedule that Baylor did. And Baylor, the number 3 offense against, I would say, tougher competition night in and night out. These teams were supposed to meet in the regular season. The game was canceled due to COVID. Baylor averaging 85.3 points per game. Gonzaga averaging 92.9. So 175 points between them is what they average, and the total here is set at 159.5. We saw a blistering pace in that Gonzaga UCLA game when UCLA thought maybe UCLA would try and slow them down, but the reality of it is, when it comes to having the guns to slow down Gonzaga, UCLA didn't really have them. They did fight the good fight. They did also play a nearly perfect game in that one, and you can't take anything away from them. Meanwhile, Baylor played a nearly perfect game against Houston last time out, and we heard a lot of people saying, well, maybe Houston didn't deserve to be here. Oh yeah, Houston deserved to be there. It's just Baylor played a tremendous game in that one, and like I said a few times now, this is how you have the two best teams in the country with two great players, more than just two great players, just great players across the board on both these teams. Baylor has an embarrassment of riches on that team. They could probably go deep into their bench with guys who could start on almost every team in the nation. Gonzaga with Kispert, Timmy, and we saw Suggs hit the shot. So they certainly have no shortage of players either. But I think that the difference between UCLA and Baylor, Gonzaga's last opponent, is that Baylor really does have the athletes and the depth to probably slow down the pace a little bit if that's what they choose to do against Gonzaga. And I expect them to do that, to really try and shut them down on defense, because if you let Gonzaga shoot from the outside, we know they're going to hit. I think points are going to be a little bit tougher to come by in this one. And we saw Gonzaga D it up against USC. So we know that they certainly are capable of D'ing up as well. That total at 159.5 seems a little to the aggressive side. It's a lean for me in this one as far as the total goes, and I'm gonna go with the under in this one, 159.5. Like I said, it's a lean for me in this, and that's gonna be my free pick. Of course, if you guys have a pick in this game, I'd love to see it in the comment section of this video. We're not betting against each other. Just keep that in mind. We're betting against the book. So, I'd love to hear your opinions and who you think is going to win the game and cover and all that kind of good stuff. Of course, if you're looking for my best bets, and best bets from some of the top handicappers in the world, head on over to pickdawgz.com, click on the Premium Picks tab, and that's where you'll find documented premium picks from myself and some of the world's best handicappers.